one's being held accountable for the death of a 69-year-old Baton Rouge man last year. The suspect in the case found not guilty after his trial. As Sarah Graybar reports, the district attorney says the case depended on the words of one eyewitness.
Brittany, this week a jury found Tony Lannis not guilty for the 2023 murder of Ishmael Spears Jr. The legal expert I spoke to said this case was weird because there were two people in the car that the gun was fired out of, and one of them had to have pulled the trigger. This is the stretch of the 9900 block of Merganser Avenue where, according to this arrest warrant, Spears was killed. According to the warrant, a witness, later identified as Delmonte Fatman Aites, came forward and reported his cousin killed Spears. Aites said he and Lannis were riding in his car when Lannis said he wanted to try out his new gun and kill someone. So he reportedly lowered his window and shot into the car of Spears. District Attorney Hillard Moore confirmed a jury acquitted Lannis, finding him not guilty of the second-degree murder charge. In a statement to WBRZ, he wrote in part, "The strength of the case relied heavily on the only eyewitness who testified that this defendant shot and killed the victim." Also writing, the state did not meet its burden as proof beyond a reasonable doubt. LSU legal expert Ken Levy says this case is an odd one.
I wonder why the prosecution didn't bring a case against both of them. And either a conspiracy case or an aiding and abetting case where one of them clearly shot the victim here.
The defense only has to prove reasonable doubt.
He may have raised reasonable doubt that Mr. Aites was the shooter and not Mr. Lannis, and it looks like that the jury bought that. Well, Mr. Lannis's DNA evidence was found in the gun. That doesn't necessarily mean that he shot the gun.
And that if there were two people in the car, both should have been charged.
If there was some ambiguity about who shot the gun, then just charge both. I don't understand why the DA didn't do that.
And that cases that depend on one eyewitness can be difficult to prove.
When you only have one eyewitness, you know, the case generally depends on that eyewitness. And in this case, the jury just didn't find this particular eyewitness credible.
If you want to see the full statement from the district attorney's office, we have it over on our website, WBRZ.com. Brittany.